So first of all, let us understand the data in detail that we are going to use in this course. Now, understanding this data is not just important for this course, but also it is important in general because this is exactly how the data is stored in any database. I mean in any accounting software or any ERP system. So first of all, you can see that we have a GL, a general ledger, and then we also have a chart of accounts. We have a calendar, we have a territory, a cash flow statement structure, and a statement of changes in equity structure. I'm going to explain all of them to you in detail, but first of all I would mention one thing, and that is in Excel we will say that this data is stored on separate worksheets, but in the terms of database we say that data is stored in the separate tables. Now first of all, you can see that I have the general ledger. I do not have the trial balance here. Well, of course you can start with the trial balance as well, and you can prepare your reports from there, but since trial balances only contain the balances at a specific date, we cannot drill down our reports from years to quarters, months and dates, and we will not be able to perform detailed analytics. For that reason, I would always prefer that we start our journey with the general ledger. I mean, we use these transactions as a data to calculate all the balances and all the figures for all the reports and analytics. Now, with that being understood, let us talk about this GL in detail. You can see that we have in our column A, we have the entry number, which you can simply say is the transaction number, and you can also notice that we have 0.1 and 0.2 for each transaction, which essentially represents the double entry. But anyways, that is not very important. After that, we have a date field, we have a territory key and account key. What is that? We are going to talk about that in a minute. Then we have a details column. The details column is going to be very rarely useful because this is quite an open field where the user can enter any type of data. So usually the details column is not very useful for us in our journey. And then we have the amount column as well. Now you must be thinking that by looking at this transaction, I don't know that for which country, for which region this transaction belongs to, and then for which account, for which GL account this transaction relates to. Now the thing is, all of that information is stored in a separate table, and this territory key will connect this information. So if I just take you to my territory table here, you can see that for each territory key we have the complete information on country and region, and if we collect this information from this table and we go back to our GL, we can tell you that which region or country these transactions belong to. Now, why this data has been stored in this way? Well, when we are talking about databases, we usually store millions of records there. And the databases are designed smartly where we do not like to repeat a same information again and again. Now you can see that all of these transactions have the territory key of country, which means that these belong to USA. But filling USA in country and then region so many times will only overpopulate my database. So I will simply link it with one, and then when you need the information, you can go to territory and you can pick up that which country or which region these transactions belong to. Similarly, for the account key, you can see we only have this 230 mentioned here, but if I take you to my chart of accounts, if you don't know chart of accounts, let me tell you, chart of accounts is simply a list of all the GL accounts that are maintained in our system. But this is designed quite beautifully, and you can see that for each account we have the report. All of our ledgers eventually are closed in the profit and loss statement or in the balance sheet. So we have mentioned that which report it belongs to, P&L or balance sheet. And then for balance sheet, we have distinguishment between assets and liabilities and owner's equity. You have, this is one side of the balance sheet and this is the other side. And then in the assets, we have the further classification of current and non-current. And then we have the further classification within current of cash and receivables and inventory. And then you can see we have even further classification available. So step by step, we have defined our our chart of accounts in the way that we have the complete information available for each account key, right from the name of the ledger to the type, and then to the master type, and then eventually to which report it belongs to. Now we were just talking about account key 230. If I go to my chart of accounts, I scroll down, you can see that the chart of accounts, the ledger number 230 belongs to profit and loss area of trading account, and this is basically the cost of sales ledger. Now with this information we can quickly summarize our data into reports and then in proper formats structure as well. After that we have a calendar table as well. In this calendar table, we have further information for each date. I mean the information on year, quarter, month, and even day. So with this information, what we can do is that we can quickly make our comparisons. I mean that if you want to compare Sunday sale with Sunday sales only, you can very easily do that using information from this column. If you only like to compare different quarters like quarter 1 of 2018 with quarter 1 of 2019, you can very easily do that using this column. So one thing that I would like to mention is the year, quarter, and this information has been basically arranged on the calendar year, which I can see that the assumption is your financial year is same as calendar year. But do not worry, if you have a different financial year, all we need to do is that we need to arrange this information, we need to generate this information a little differently, which I have covered in the last section. Now these are the 4 basic data tables that we have to extract from our database, and after that we have 2 more tables here. One is cash flow statement structure and the statement of changes in equity structure. So these 2 tables are not the data tables, these are just the report structures for the cash flow statement and the statement of changes in equity, and we are going to talk about them in detail when we are going to these sections. So first of all, we will only be using these 4 tables in our workings. So with that, I am sure that you are quite confident with the data now. So let us move to the Tableau now, and let us get all of that data into the Tableau.